Okay, I am back. And inside of Colonel Sanders' house. Okay, stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago I made a decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish that I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I nail it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy, or something crispy, or both perhaps. Now, you got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation or keep it a secret just for you? Well, I'm gonna trust Colonel Sanders. You decide that you're ready as you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for a special dish that you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' Lux hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. You could offer to making more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Oh, tap an item to the Colonel. Closer look at a large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty. When you wipe it off, you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Poor guy. See, that looks like a safe. Nope. What's this? One of the frame photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be sharing them. Look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Let's see, what else do we have? We gaze out the window across the vast lake and mountain range beyond. Just then the ghost of student pops up. Are you thinking about heading out into the world on a quest to avenge my death? No. Wait, what? I never even learned your name. Why would I avenge you? I could just tell you my name right now. It's... Can't you see I'm in the middle of something? You open the window and crack and the ghost of student is swept out with a breeze. Scented candle, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool. Freshly started calling. piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of 69. Nice. No, so one of the secret recipe ingredients is blank. Happen, I don't remember what kind of. What's this? You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet to find a row of his signature white suits hanging within. You take one of its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug. Breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on, and he wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he asks you why you're wearing his jacket. I usually don't loan those out, but I must say it does look good on you. Oh, the yak! I forgot to take it off. My moment. Oh, okay. Not very blame me for trying, but still. Game over. Oh no. It's not that kind of game. Oh, so that's what. Okay, so. Okay, it was. It was the slightly more further. Okay. I see. I reveal it. Okay, what else? We have this adorable little baby boy crawls across the floor. From the goatee and mustache combo he sports, you figure that this must be Colonel Sanders himself. Or maybe it's the drumstick that seems to be wavy like a rattle. And frames a baby picture of just themselves. Probably the same type of person would make their own face the logo of the company they founded, am I right? Let's see, there's something here. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. On further inspection you realize that the hair therein isn't silver in color. It's actually made of spun silver. Okay, chicken. You know, it's a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on a corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy. Must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, the true state bird of the great state of Kentucky. Oh. Okay, I'll try on a suit. Sure, tell me you confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anyone get away with my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you pause. You stop yourself. Colonel. Yes, Timothy. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. We talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. Whoa. You wake up beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I just whipped up. It's meticulous. This is fried chicken. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. Accuracy and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could be the world's greatest gift to cookery. Flatter him. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings. You're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. Still one more day of school. After all, the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. That name is excessively long. Okay, you get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you, so I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, I was just... But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course I told him you'd better keep your dials turned up to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure. I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did you just say skydiving? As if that's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker. I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Marion offers to support you no matter what you do. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the choir. You can tell from a distance that they're picking on Pop. Though he himself might not quite grasp that fact. Because, you know, he's Pop. What a swirly, it sounds delicious. Oh, it's great, I'll order you up one right away. I'll have my swirly with sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog electric. You can get your swirly dipped too, oh no. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. There's that horse that Colonel Sanders rides in school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature? You got some nerve, Timothy. As I pick on a defenseless horse. Now you're twisting my words and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain. Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up. I'll never give up. Ever. Colonel Sanders arrives, just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Timothy, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting format by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? What about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say. It was bland. Excuse me, Timothy. I weren't that capable enough to speak for myself. Oh no. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Timothy. Yeah, annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something that I found lying around. It would appear to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. Oops, I missed something. Oh well. I open a page covered with arcade warnings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Could you do something nice like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger. Okay, fine. It is drastic. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Don't! No! Got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Yeah, no. No. Nah. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Okay. Now, while I'm in the classroom, I think I will end this episode now, because well, you know, it's time. So goodbye, and I will see you in the next episode, which probably will be the last one. So see you then.